What's up, fellow gamers? Welcome back to Let's Play Cyber Knight's Flashpoint. We have what I expect to be a bit of a triple header in this episode. We've got Snitch Snuff Out, followed by a quick raid, and then a file set hack in probably this order. Ultimately, we gotta generate some XP on our face to try to get the next talent point here. Really want to get field coordination online. I think this talent point is really amazing. And anyway, we're ready to basically go for Snitch Snuff Out. We've got Mongrel, who's cashing in an obligation. She's at risk of taking a big hit if her defector is able to reach the protection services of Bravestar and safely leak the K-Milia organization's secrets. We need to take out the target before they escape under the wings of the Bravestar SWAT. So long-range weaponry and speed will be our allies. It doesn't pay us, it's owing an obligation. Technically, if we're power gaming, Mongrel is not a particularly useful contact, and if I'm actually trying to win the game as hard as I possibly can, I would skip this and have one fewer contact who doesn't do anything I care about. Is what it is. But honestly, it's fine. We'll run this one. It should be okay. We are still going to be running the same squad. I could spend 95k on some extra move points at the start of the mission. I don't really care. We are getting some extra AP and move points as well from our field op center. The rest of these I don't care too much about. We're not going to go ahead and buy these. In fact, I don't have any favors with potatoes, so I can't do any tally erasing. So, no big deal. Yeah, I could try to buy this calibration leak. Tosca does owe us 5 favors. Actually, you know what? Okay, we're fighting we're fighting Bravestar for 2 turns less armor, and he owes me a lot of favors already. You know what? I will take that, actually. That sounds pretty good. So we've got calibration leak, we've got our passive leverage here, and yeah, we're ready to go. We've got a decent amount of heat, but it's fine. Still running this core team, and we should be okay. Shh, nice and quiet there. Got a couple guys up there, okay. Bravestar arrived ahead of schedule. They are crawling on the place. All right, what is their play here? Well, there's our defector. The show is about to start. Zara was hiding somewhere under this district. She has just appeared with her escort. They rolled out some expensive tech for this one. That glimmer is Vitatech. It will take at least 2 hits to knock it down. We need some intel on which way she's headed. Right now, the biggest lead is a lot of mil-spec encrypted chatter with the CCAC about approving priority air traffic. Predictable. They'll be picking Zara up in a hover transport. Eyes up. Watch out the open rooftops or big stretches of concrete. Even a small hover transport needs a lot of safe clearance. They don't know we're here yet. Once they know it, they're going to move her fast. When we blow our cover, we want to take out the Zara in the same breath if we can. Sure, yeah. Well, we did just run an assassination mission last episode. Coincidentally, was against Bravestar here as well. We've got one armored guard here. Otherwise, pretty normal stuff. So yeah, this defector has her shield on for 3 turns, so it'll be on for turn 1, 2, and I guess 3 as well. It'll turn off by 4, but this will block 2 hits. Both for this and things like the Cybersword's Aegis. Shooting full auto, all 3 hits combined end up making 1 hit total. You can't just burn this off by using an assault rifle. Including having things like damage over time effects. Like if you have a Scourge and you use Tox Cloud and Venom Trap, they'll all roll into 1 damage event and only get hit by the shield once. So, FYI about that. Ultimately, have a lot of AP we can spend on this turn. The question I kind of have for myself is, do I want to go kind of ballistic on this turn? Right, if I spend Tactical Surge, then I kind of run up here. Is that going to be high quality? I think the answer is yes, but I'm not 100% certain. I'm going to start with a look ahead. Ooh, it doesn't quite reach. That's unfortunate. If he walks down, we're at least behind cover, so we can take that risk. I want to know what these guys are going to do, where they're going to move, and then probably the other look ahead will be these guys. So they're not scary. They're going to mostly stand around and actually be even easier to reach. So I'm basically trying to plan out the turn, right? So if we know what they're doing, and these guys are here, and if I'm like, let's say if I stand and I'm here, how far away are you? You're at 30 meters, which is like, well, if I shoot the AR, that's in range about, but it's going to be way too loud. Option B is run all the way down here. But if I start running this way, it's going to be kind of bad for us. But yeah, I could see them coming down here. I could see them... this looks too cramped. They're not going to walk up this way. This is a good opening. There's no ladder up there, so it's not going to be... It's basically not going to be on any rooftops, because the rooftops themselves are all blocked. It's going to be any kind of clearance on the ground. So, like, this looks pretty good. That looks okay. That looks okay. Down there looks just about good enough. Oh, I guess they could walk all the way up here. This would be an angle, but it would give us a lot of time to work with. So, yeah, I'm guessing somewhere left side of the map, because I don't think they'd give us only 2 turns and put it here. And this is, like, functionally blocked off, basically, so... it makes me want to really play for the rooftop, because I'm just expecting them to walk this way. Obviously, I can just delay a ton, let this guy walk, and then we'll know based on their pathing. That's probably the best idea here, so I'm just going to spam delay for a while, and then eventually we'll just tactical surge, and... or not. Let's get info first. So, any, like, VIP guard AI is always sporadic. They're going to find some random point of cover kind of nearby. This guy is over there. Looks like he's a sniper, I think. Looks like it. And... yeah, we can delay you. That's fine. You're the shotgunner. You're pretty tanky. You're hiding out by there. Okay, you're running down that way. No big deal. You're still doing, yeah, random movements as expected. No big problems. And we can delay the rest of the team. Looks like we're not in range for anticipation, so nothing too special here. We know you're standing around. And now Zara can move, and if she's heading that way... no, she chose to be in some cover, which is kind of unfortunate. But, yeah, based on the fact that she walked behind barrels and was looking this way, her evac route is this direction. Now, high ground still seems most appropriate. I also think... So I want to note that strike zone's good because it gives crit, minus armor, and minus evasion. But these guys, well, you're armored, but I don't care about killing you. But you guys, well, you specifically are armored, and I do care about killing you. I also have this leverage here to drop armor. And I'm feeling like I can pop this here. I can throw it on strike zone. Just on these two. Actually, I can aim it like this. And possibly catch a third guard, because why not? And I still, unfortunately, only have 1 JTAC charge. And I think that is what I'm going to save. I'm going to yield, and Viking's going to throw it on tac surge. And we're just going to basically belt out AP. And the goal will be running these guys down. So I'm going to yield back. And the goal is to start by using my sword. Now, unfortunately, I don't have my Vanguard starting this off. So I can't have her run in with silence and get a better strike. If I was smarter and had better planning, I definitely could have gotten to a point where we made sure Rose could go first. I didn't do that, though. Ultimately. Sorry, I'm getting... my throat's being weird. We're just going to do what we can. I'm going to have some negative recoil. It is what it is. But I think we can clean this kill up, and it's not going to be a big problem. Hopefully not famous last words. Your alert or hit chance is decent here. We did not shred, but we got half the health bar down. Bunny is going to be only okay at this. All the guns are really loud, so the play is still going to be run to somewhere useful. That'll be in range with decent damage here. And honestly, his armor being cut by half via leverage and debuffs makes us pretty comfortable. The choice here is I'm always going to Iron Grip, but do I want to marker sights this guy? Or do I want to save it for making sure this shot is good? As it stands, she's in cover. I'm going to Iron Grip no matter what. I'm not going to use the Urban Assault because it's going to be too loud. And these shots look pretty good here. You're, for now, a surprise target. You are going to be as well. I say we just hit what we can. She's my best one for this SWAT X because she has extra pure damage. So she actually cuts through it pretty well. 3 hits and you're down. That's Savagery popped, so looks like next turn's going to be pretty good. We'll have Viking go up. Ideally put you somewhere where the action points are looking pretty clean. If I get too far up, you spot me. So if I stay here, I'm hidden. Makes my first shot look nicer. I do have a ton of crit chance this guy. And strike zone helps, so this will look pretty good. 64% crit chance. You're already alert, so I can't do too much special here. I can't use Anticipate, for example, and get more crit chance there, but... Coin flip. Yep, 300 damage. And then critting twice is not that unexpected. Let's go ahead and predict where our favorite Snitch is going. And yeah, you're going back into cover again. Which, I mean, yeah, intelligent to make them path this way. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not sure if you're actually making it here or not, but I'm feeling like killing you before you move at 16 next turn is going to be correct. So I'm going to do what I can to make sure that we're going early and can actually make this kill happen, even with the barrels there. I suspect that is actually quite playable. I gotta make sure I don't get spotted here, so we'll use some ducking movement. One thing I might want to try, actually, I forget if lure actually works on VIPs. I just, like, truly don't know because I don't remember. I've tried it so infrequently. I'm still going to put down anticipation because that's 10 crit chance. And then I'm going to try to lure all of you right here. And make you run into the open. Which I believe should work. And I'm willing to risk it to see. So we're going to do a lot of waiting. The rooftop guards are gone. And as long as we're hiding up here, I'm pretty sure we're safe. And we can double check that Zara goes where we want. If she doesn't, we'll figure it out and fight from here or something on her next movement. But the transport's not here yet. We're okay. We can just delay. You are just simply guarding up there, so we're fine. You are walking around, but we're not on those roads. So your AI overwrites lure. That's fine. It's more important for you that you're protecting the VIP. I get that. We'll see what else happens here. You're just patrolling around back by that truck. You can delay. Zara, okay, cool. So we do get to draw her with lure. That's good news. She's not in strike zone, but okay. Are you scary? How scary are you? Okay, you're not walking upstairs yet, but I'm sure you're doing it next turn. So timing... Oh, and he's at 19. Okay. We can deal with that. And yeah, so the guards just take over their guard AI, but we got her into the open. But that's going to work just fine. So, you're at 19. We unconditionally must slow you down. Unless I do so... So, what I could do is choose to be incredibly loud on purpose. By doing so, we guarantee that Rose is going to pop Glasswalker. And that's going to give us 7 initiative and an action point, which means almost for certain, we're going to get through it. And it's not going to be a problem at all. That's really tempting. I think it's a really, really tempting play. The other thought is I want to make sure that I'm doing the rest of my sequencing as cleanly as possible, which means JTAC the team. It also means have her run up and break the Vita Shield. So first shot's going to be easy. It basically can't miss. We have a bunch of accuracy from high ground, a bunch of accuracy from surprise target, a bunch of accuracy from JTAC here. We will clearly hit twice. Yep, we shield you. Okay, your shield is gone. Congratulations, that's what we wanted. No more levers left, that's fine. And so now, well, ideally Bunny does it because Bunny does more damage. So let's do a short yield, and Bunny can now try. The fact that you can see me is not good for me. I don't enjoy that. I'm going to risk that it's going to be barely in line of sight and not matter. I was right, that's good news. I don't have that many attacks though. I've only got 1 bullet left in the gun, so I may have made a mistake here. So I'm just going to Iron Grip. And because I should save Marker Sights just because in case I need it to deal with like another guard. We crit, and the crit, right, triggers recoup. I forgot. And that means second shot looks really good here. Very likely a kill. Down you go. Nice job. 2 crits in a row. Payday. Time to get clear before it gets any worse. The defector is down. It is time to go. Calculating new extraction vectors. And we've got option 1 all the way over there. Sure. Option 2 back the way we came. And option 3 is just through these guards. Now, realistically, I'm not feeling the through the guards angle. I'm feeling like let's run back down here. For Rose, I'm going to go ahead and throw down Anticipation. Okay, not a surprise here. You're going exactly where I expected you to. I think just running you all the way downstairs. Although you are patrolling forward and you're at 20. It means I probably want to be here and then stop. Ooh, okay, that was more than I thought. Okay, he's definitely moving up now. I didn't think about how much I was scaring him with that. That's a bit of a problem. But he's at 12, which unfortunately is not higher than what this guy's rolling. That is a problem. So I can't just use this and get what I want, because then Bunny gets caught out. So I've got to buff Bunny here as well and say, here, you're going early. Then I can run down. This shouldn't be too bad. It wasn't. That's good. Okay. Well, the goal... Oh, yeah, these guys are alert because their teammate got killed, but... You know, they can chase me down, but that's fine. We're running away from them. So Bunny needs to get to safety. I'm going to put her behind this wall here. Make it a little bit harder for you to patrol and see me, although realistically... No, let's do something more like this. This guy's going to walk up, sure, right? We know it. He's going to be there. But he's not looking at me. And so we can kind of sneak away after he's over, like, after he's up there. How far are you going? You are getting closer, but you turn to the side. Rose can wait. You are still standing around. Again, these guys totally matter. But with you looking the wrong way, we can start really running for the exit here. So, partial vision is going to be fine. We just got to make sure initiative looks okay. And the fact that you're over there means I'm probably fine, but may have taken risks I didn't need to take on this one. Alright, here we go. Combat state. Now, actually, depending on how far he runs, he'll wake this guy up. Looks like he's not going to be able to do so. He's not fast enough. You're cutting me off. Okay, that's... Look, mistakes may have been made, but I think we're still okay. Status sharing is a 6-meter radius. They don't have that yet. Yeah, let's... If I put you back here... If I'm there, it's going to block this line of sight reasonably well. These tires are in the way, the dumpsters are in the way. Like, there's no good line of sight there. And this blocks this guy. It's a pretty safe spot to be. And if I have to use something like a smoke grenade, I can. Should be fine. I'll delay for now. Okay, you're going to walk up here. And all you're doing is investigating, but seeing nothing. You're going to start patrolling. Finds a corpse. That's some tally, but we're fine. Bunny runs fast enough that we're okay. You're off to the side, so I'm not too worried. And these tires block you, so I think Bunny is fine to run out like this. One thing I could choose to do is actually end a little bit higher up, but I think actually running down is more correct. The reason to not run so far would be to bank some action points. You don't really bank AP, but you do get you get +1 initiative per banked action point. You can see it's right here. So if I wanted to make sure I went before all the other guards, I could be like, well, as long as I can get out for only 6 AP, I don't have to do anything else. I can just be in a spot where I can always get out. And let's run a high roll on initiative. End of the day, doesn't really matter, but I'll leave you here. Bunny's going really late, which is a little scary. I am willing to risk it. I maybe shouldn't be willing to risk it. Because if you turn to your left, I'm in a bad way. Okay, I'm just going to throw smoke because it's not worth risking it. It is not worth risking this guy turns to his left next turn with how bad Bunny's initiative is. I'm just going to throw smoke, and we're just going to get out. Might be totally fine, but we'll just, you know, prioritize ultimate safety. Smokes aren't terribly expensive. I believe I have a smoke vendor. I might not. I'll have to double check. But they are available relatively early. I'm pretty sure once I can get Origami Joe to limit break and I can use Puppet Master, and we max out his street military items. Okay, turns out you aren't a threat. I didn't know that, though. I might have had anticipation up. No, I actually think I burned that, too. I had no anticipation charges, and I had no look-ahead charges, so I used them all. It might have saved me a smoke grenade, but... And actually, you're going that way. So, didn't need it. I didn't know that. It's fine. And yeah, you guys just can't reach me. You absolutely can't. Okay, well, we're out. Obligation repaid. Fall back. More Brave Star are on the way. Clear those streets. We've silenced the defector. Cool. I've had Snitch Snuff Out be difficult exactly once. It was my last Let's Play at the end of Early Access. And it ended up being like a 7-turn affair. Normally, I've completed this mission on turn... I've gotten the kill on turn 1. And the only reason I didn't get out in turn 1, like an escape, was running out of action points. That was before they nerfed the soldier coordinated charge talent. But yeah, this one, yeah, relatively straightforward. We got what we came for. I knew you had this one handled. The time and the place, that's all we needed. Brave Star is probably dumping Zara somewhere in the bay right now, trying to hide their shameful defeat. Like always, you know we take care of our important friends, Mongrel. We've successfully honored our obligation to Mongrel, and our relationship has improved. So yeah, the way this game works in a lot of its layers is it has a lot, so it can do procedurally generated missions, such as the file raid we're about to go on and the meat space raid we're about to go on. It also has several handcrafted missions where it's like Snitch Snuff Out is exactly that mission every time, right? That's the map layout, that's where the VIP spawns, that's where the guards are. It'll like randomize the guards a little bit in terms of how hard they are based on difficulty mods, but it's basically that stuff, right? But the interesting wrinkle to it is it's like, well, find someone to whom you owe an obligation, and ideally try to find someone with whom you've worked with directly. And so it's like, well, you may have sold more things to Mongrel, and so Mongrel's more likely to be grabbed for this specific mission because she is one of the contacts to whom you owe an obligation. The legwork we finished last episode or the episode before, where we did the Child of the Belly legwork and got a hacking drug salesman. It looks for any like mid-level corporate contact and says, hey, who's a mid-level corpo contact that you've interacted with? And before, I've had it be some of the Warner Braun Germans that come over and, you make a new acquaintance to like a Warner Braun VP, and they go, hey, need your help, rescue my daughter or son or whatever. In this case, it was our starting contact who was a security chief for Arrowhead and was like, hey, I'm a corpo contact, so I'm eligible. I don't have any like children that the game knows of or that you know of as a player, so I'm eligible. And it goes, you know what? You've worked that character before. We'll put them in there. So worked reasonably well. The nice thing as well, story missions are worth more experience. So solid 126 baseline and a bit more thanks to Hayes' handling score. Give her some influence. Give her, we gain some power level ourselves. Totally reasonable. Cool stuff there. Cool beans. So that puts us at power level 2.5. Further missions we generate will be more difficult. Although until we hit power level 3.0, we're not going to get any more rewards. In fact, if we were to min-max actual game power, we should have grabbed this mission before running Snitch Snuff Out, because this might raise the power level of the pending mission, since our difficulty levels are to add 3 and then multiply by 1.3. It's like, well, okay, 5.5 times 1.3 is going to be, never do math on stream, add about 1.5 to it. It, might have been close, I'm not sure. Probably didn't quite hit the breakpoint, but I guess we'll see if it's power level 8 or not. Anyway, we got some XP. Let's train our Cyber Knight. And the good news is we get to start learning the cool stuff. So, I love Tactical Surge. It's very powerful. It's, of course, generic. It's just print some action points, but still very, very good. But the really fun stuff comes from learning Atomic Stutter and learning Rewind. Which one to go for is kind of up to you. To be fair, I think at level 8 you get another max talent, and so you can learn both kind of back to back. Atomic Stutter is a very good sort of save me type talent, where if things go south, you can stun the guard and it gets really chill. You can also make that guard take a lot of bonus damage by cutting their armor by 1/4. That's really effective. Rewind is more powerful the stronger your team is, because the more talents you can reset the charges of, the better. This is especially useful for hackers, where talents are an incredibly large portion of progressing in a Matrix host. Whereas for a lot of regular characters, like, you can just swing the sword or shoot the rifle and it's still pretty good. Like, my Cyber Knight has no direct combat talents and is an effective combatant. Rewind wouldn't do all that much on him. It's, a little bit useful on my soldier, but she has enough Iron Grip charges and cooldown that it's always up when she needs it. It's no big deal. So I'm going to pick Stutter here. When I can, I'll take Rewind. I'll then grab a couple of things in Stutter. I think getting the range on Stutter is really, really good. If you want a full breakdown, I have a guide on my channel about Cyber Knight builds. That's my setup here. We got some XP on the Vanguard-Sniper, and it finally means we can cap out everything else we care about. So I skipped the duration nodes. We'll grab +1 charge on JTAC, which is really, really nice. It's definitely very, very beneficial. And so it's time for other stuff. Now, realistically, I find Quiet Kill to be hard to make good use out of. It's not that hard to make good use out of, but also I don't know why I'm maligning it. It's totally fine, right? It's not that hard to get kills on targets like this. You get a ton of accuracy and stealth crit chance, which are fine. You can make it last for a long time. You can spec in using a sniper rifle, and it's not even that unreasonable to get this. You stack a bunch of crit chance here, right? You get 30 crit vuln from Strike Zone. You get 15 crit chance from JTAC. That's, 45 right there. You find other sorts of crit chance elsewhere. You're swimming in it, right? It's no big deal. But what I think I want to do, actually, is go into Vanguard. And I'm thinking that what I want to do is... I mean, I probably should be backup Jam Kit, Glasswalker, and then go into things like something like K Protocol. I think I'll skip Lure here. I'll skip right-hand side entirely. And not be as tricky, but just have useful talents on this side. And then pretty soon, we're going to go into the other Vanguard and go into the Cybersword stuff. So, Silence to me, still worth it. Jam Kit to me, worth it right afterwards. Actually, if I don't pick Silence, I have more room for things like this. And even Anticipation gives me... I mean, it's only 10 crit chance, but it's on the way to Glasswalker, and then I can go here. I can also choose to go into Blend. Blend gives me some extra damage, a ton of stealth crit. Stealth crit here, stealth crit there. And I can say, you know what, I'm going to use JTAC Strike Zone Blend and just like one-shot some people. And then I can always go back into Sniper and grab things like Skull Shot to print action points. So I'm thinking let's go left side Vanguard here. Means I'm going to start Jam Kit. I will probably still go Glasswalker. And then... probably here, here, here. It's unfortunate that it's 3 travel nodes to get to Blend, but oh well. Another option is to go for K Protocol and come down Body Bag instead. Although I don't think Body Bag is all that strong. Either way, we'll figure it out later. Not a big deal. Our face is getting closer to leveling up. 100 XP to go. Not too bad. As mentioned, we should grab this mission now before we gain even more power level and make it more difficult. So let's go ahead and start this one. My source leaked an Ultratech Matrix host storing valuable bioformula. Or a valuable bioformula. Just hack the files in the set. Ultratech won't keep this valuable recipe in the host for long. A data courier will scoop it up and transport it to a lab. So the window of vulnerability is short. I paid good money to get the lead. I need to make it happen. So what is it? It isn't something that would be valuable to you, but in my profession, consider it a blueprint for a variant of plasma I need to complete surgery and splice in cybernetics. It's interesting that she's viable for this option because she's not a doctor, she's a drug runner specifically. But fair enough. It's expensive, it's carefully guarded by Ultratech, and it helps people. Yeah. Anyway, I guess we'll read it out. My profession, consider it a blueprint for a variant of plasma needed to complete surgery and splice in cybernetics. It's carefully guarded by Ultratech so that we splicers are dependent on them for expensive deliveries of their customized plasmas. The bioformula recipe will be in 3 parts, and I will pay for it. Pay for any part you can lift. I might be able to make that hack for you. Actually, I'm gonna deliver this as we'll say we'll call it feedback, and it's what is it? When drug runners offer Matrix Loot 3, the lore doesn't line up. Lorelei here mentions that, you know, mentions splicers like us and performing surgeries, but that's not in her wheelhouse. All right. Once that goes through, we'll move on. We'll run the mission, get some hacking done. Cool beans. We can make the hack for you then. Matrix file hunt. We'll get paid for every file we can take. The Q node escape is ready to be planned. It is still power level 7. We grabbed it early enough. It is an orange host, though, which is a bit scarier. We got some Matrix levels we can go for here, now that our Matrix, our hack station is level 2. As we go to level 3, it's relatively cheap, which is nice, and would give us even more things, like finding the CPU location. As it is, we're going to go for... We're just going to grab both of these, basically. We're going to grab a ton of IO, and then if I wait a second and let a little bit of time tick forward, which I should, Field Ops gets upgraded. Wonderful stuff there. I still want to put in my Nanofab and Sim Trainer. I'm thinking putting in power and cooling. Well, I really want Underworld. Nah, it's too expensive. We're going to do the Nanofab first. So what's really available? 150 for the storage is... I think not yet, because we don't have... It's going to be a while till we can do a 4-piece file set anyway, and we don't have any waiting to be completed 4-piece file sets, so why bother? 10 deck armor to me is actually worth it here. And it's probably better than deck shield here, so I'm going to go really hard on this one and put a ton of leverage on that mission. It's fine. We'll generate more tokens over time. 8 days, 12. It's not that expensive to get more. Or I can invest in making my barracks a bit. No, not yet. We don't need it just now. I'm thinking I want to keep digging out bottom rooms here and just not go hack station 3 for a while. Or do I? Nah, let's... No. Let's dig out more rooms. I think it's slightly better. Because I'll eventually want a counter intel pod. Alright, so we're ready to run the mission. We're going to have our hacker here. If we had more money to spend, we could look at getting a higher level cyber deck. For now, it's not going to be us. Here's Magpie. I'm going to swap your loadout for this for now. Well, here, let's put you here for now. It doesn't really matter. What really matters is getting you hacking juice. So we have... Do we have blue juice as well? We do. So we have blue juice, and we have turco juice. That means we can save this loadout. And you can be... Here's your hacker loadout. So every time we show up, we can say, hey, by the way, take this loadout. Your gear here doesn't matter, but you specifically have hacking juice to make sure that you're going to look a little bit stronger when doing so. And then, of course, we can always respec things as needed on meat space missions. But it'll make equipping those easier in the future. You know what to do, Magpie? Jack in and get hunting. Alrighty, so here's a Matrix host. We have 3 turns. It's an orange host. 3 parts of bioformula. In terms of backtracking as little as possible, left or down first, then up is the play. Hardshell, overclock. Let me load my leverage now. This will load every time I come in, but these all otherwise look pretty reasonable. Deck armor seems pretty worth it. Let me load scan. Okay, can't tell if there's a good way to go yet or not. I'm going to go ahead and not load disarm just yet, though I have tons of IO. Let's start by going down. No real reason why, just why not. Connection use is probably not a big deal in a short hack like this, so we will take you down second. Got more of this to knock down. AP cost than tally. AP probably still more punishing than tally, so we're going to go this way. We have some downloads to go after. That's a good start. I don't think I'll need turco juice yet. Damage to cyber deck is not a big deal with deck armor, so I'm going to skip that for now. We scan. Load a program is skippable. Okay, no problem there. And as long as a trap doesn't pop via an action, when you scan, you have for sure seen everything, right? If you scan and you see a sleeping trap ice, you got what you came for. Don't worry about it. And the cool thing is, we got kind of lucky. We got 2 parts of the formula. Downloading. One of the pieces is now ours. There's more to find. Don't let the Q-Sec slow you down. Part 3 is here as well. File by file, we're taking what we came to get. Alright, well that's good. Don't load any programs. Come back up here. And so the question I kind of have then is, do I feel like I need to load blue juice now? And I think the answer is no, because I got through 3 nodes plus loading programs at the start, so I'm feeling pretty good about making further forward progress, and I can always blue juice at the end if I'm really in need. So I'm going to walk forward, and AP cost is there, it's whatever. I'm going to end my turn, and then I think we're on pace. So again, AP cost, then tally. Not a huge problem. We're going to get an escalation fairly soon. Okay, we found the CPU. Let's walk over and spike it. Walk over. Escalation, not a big deal. Null op. We lose scan. Not the end of the world. What do we got here? Well, we damaged 4 ice, and we got tally from 4 ice, and so we for sure got what we came for, which is the CPU is dead. So we load up scan. We spike the CPU. We get a couple of nodes revealed, which is nice. There is certainly, or almost certainly, a trap here. So let's walk over and see what we got. Okay, so 1 ice popped, but there might be more ice there. So let's walk by and scan again. This is already popped, but if you download steal AP, that must go away. We'll drop you as well for download access. And we got the file, the final file of the bioformula. All your files are belong to us. Well played. We'll get you out of there. But of course we can stay to hack and get more stuff, which of course is what I want. The legendary files are the best ones. Cool stuff. I'm going to have to load more programs eventually, but for now it's fine like this. AP cost and connection use, not a huge deal. Drop the AP cost, come up, drop you, scan for neighbors. We can deal with all that, no problem. I have to be careful about ending my turn here. I'm going to stop as a result, because if this is like plus AP cost and some gnarly active ice, I can't get through this easily. So I'm going to choose to be a little bit chill here and just stop like this. You cannot end your turn in an incinerator. It will hard disconnect you, which is very bad. Hey, look, it's plus AP. Connection health is still decent at 54, so I'm not worried about that. We'll take this one down in order as a result. Because this is pre-revealed, a scan from the outside will reveal traps. We see there's a lot of stuff here. It might be a null op angle. We'll have to see. We've got damage to cyber deck. We've got 2 armors, not the end of the world. Any action relocate. When you exit steal AP. Okay, we're going to go here, then here. And we'll just have the deck shield tank some, and it should be okay. So any action relocates goes away. We lose some deck shield. Damage cyber deck at any action. Take you next. Download access. Sure. When you exit Steel's AP, we'll have to kill that one at the end. Shouldn't be a problem. We'll load Trap Ice and disarm you. Scan for neighbors. Oh, actually, turns out if I just scanned, I would have known nothing here matters at all. So, turns out, we're good. We got what we came for. We are on turn 3. We got what we want. Of course, we will have to leave. But yeah, we got our downloads from all 3 nodes. It feels pretty good. AP to spare. Didn't have to use up hacking drugs. And we can go for the exit now. Wonderful. So a little bit of XP for her. Decent payday of 100k. A little bit of team power level. And yeah, unfortunately the accounts were common, so they're going to be like 6k each. This legendary file certainly could matter. We'll see if it lines up with a file set that we want or not. We have, yeah, so we got 10k from the accounts. Actually a bit more because 8 plus 6 is 14. So I'm glad that Bimmer pays extra for stuff. It's kind of nice. We do not have any good file sets here, unfortunately. Here's what it is. Actually, I'm double checking. Why does Bimmer pay so much for stuff? I guess just... he just pays a lot. And yeah, 15% for accounts. So if, yeah, he gets a limit break at some point and we get Addict to 2 and he, you know, more for, you know, buying accounts, sounds great. There is, in fact, a power play that is eligible for a nightclub owner or someone with a drug-related thing like this, right? So, cool stuff there. He's actually already on a power play, functionally, so any future limit break could be that power play storyline. I don't know what power level you need to actually have it start, but he's at least eligible, which is good news. So that part's done. We've got some more base management we can move forward on, so let's do that. We're going to turn this into a SimStream trainer, so we need power and cooling. Of note, the timer here is 18 hours. I'm going to try to line this up with being, like, convenient. I would like to waste no downtime if I can. So let that come forward. Cool. We want to build a nanofab here, and a nanofab requires power and cooling as well. It looks like if I go for nanofab cooling, 1 day, 12 hours. Then I'll let 6 hours go forward here. Bam. Now everything's at least 1 day long. This is going to be, again, SimStream Trainer. We'll put in cooling. And now they're all at least 1 day, so 0 time wasted. Go for us. We have some pending legwork, which we'll grab soon enough here. Our tokens are stacking up. That's fine. We'll easily stack the token with this thing, and that should work pretty well. But for now, we've got a mission to run. So the Underhive Reverse. And that should be a relatively straightforward raid. Could be famous last words, but it's usually on this map a pretty straightforward raid. This was one of the missions, or one of the maps when I was playing initial early access, where there were only about 7 maps, and so I've run this map quite a lot as well. No reason to unplug cameras or stop reinforcements. I'm feeling pretty comfortable here. We've got to, of course, move our loadouts around because... Interesting. Okay, they're sharing the same pistol for some reason. Okay, we gotta fix that. Here, we'll just find a different defensor, and then you're gonna be fine. Oh, actually, no, you're supposed to have an urban assault, right? I'm kind of griefing. You're gonna be UAR, one of the two, right? Okay. That should be decent, and then you're missing... Oh, we're missing... Right, you're out of smokes or something, so... I have a bunch of weird stuff in a weird space. Okay, let's try to line this stuff up a bit better. That's not what I need. I need you to equip... I'm going to sell this, first of all. I'm not going to use iron rechargers. I'm not going to use basic aid kits. I'm not going to use weak combat drugs. Caltraxia... Nah, probably not you either. Sell you for some money. Higher VCAPs, though, is actually pretty nice. It's a solid move point printer. Sell this, though. You can have a Metacloud. That seems fine. That's going to be your loadout. We'll save you as the rewrite of AR pistol. Who else needs stuff? You still need something? Oh, you're actually missing armor as well. You're actually missing a ton of stuff. Oh, wait, you're not in the mission. Oh, you're not going. What am I doing? That's what was weird. That's what I was getting wrong. Okay. Sword pistol 1, sword pistol 2. Okay, so we're showing a pistol for some reason. I'm not sure why. Let's try to fix this. Someone's surely holding onto a pistol with a scope on it that I don't... Yeah, you are. Okay. So you're fine like this. You're fine like that. You need a pistol. Let's give you one of the good ones. Yep, there we go. You got a scoped one. Your loadout, I believe, is sword pistol 2. If I'm griefing, it is what it is. Actually, no, I guess you're sword pistol 1 then, because we're lining up this medkit here. In fact, let's make sure we're running a better medkit type and save you back as sword pistol 1. No, that's AR pistol. There's sword pistol 1. Yep, that's a better loadout here. Cool. So you guys are going. This looks fine as well. Okay, we're actually in a good spot there. Right, they're all modded with a scope and a silencer. That's what I want here. These blades are fine. I could try to invest and buy blade mods, but I really want to wait until Joe limit breaks so I can buy higher level mods there. It's not really needed, but I want to be greedy. It's maybe not correct to be greedy, but I want to be greedy. Let me check one more thing, which is if I have any leverage up. If I wait a little bit, I can inject cred ships. But I think I want to save the leverage tokens for some other point in time, and we're just going to run this. One other choice I could try to make, if I wanted to do the math, is be like, hey, what's 2.6 plus 3, which is 5.6, times 1.3, and then be like, am I close to a power level breakpoint of the guards being higher level? And if so, I would let time tick down till it's 0 days left. Actually, one consideration, how long does this take to produce? The trainer takes 6 days. Okay. One consideration was if it was going to take little enough time, get the SimStream trainer off the ground, then use that, have someone sit in here while running this mission. That's not going to be possible, though. All right. Good enough. There's no extra minor things really worth eking out here, so let's not bother. We're going to prep our 4 mercs to deploy. Dusty will gain some influence. Here's our squad. We've got combat talents. We can knock down plenty of stuff. We're going to be fine. Let's go start the mission. We're going to be fine. Remember, team, we are here on our own dime. Let's make it a profitable night. There should be plenty of loot to steal here. We'll lift everything we can before it gets too hot. Let's keep a close eye on our exits. We've got more than one option, and if things heat up quickly, we may need to make a break for it. Scout ahead, plot a route, keep your options open. Let's make some bankroll. Alrighty, so we do, in fact, have exit on the far side of the map and an exit right in the middle. Sure thing. We do have some decent enough guards here. We've got wildfires, so good enough armor and an urban assault. Otherwise, these street warriors is not that scary. Finally have 2 JTAC charges, so I can use that to do something much more aggressive and start looking at things like this, where we fight from inside the circle pretty constantly. For now, though, I should wait and make sure that I don't have to be worried about the guards here. So I'm going to delay further and have you throw down single target anticipations. Okay, you're running away. And then how about you also running away? Okay, cool. We can just simply wait and let the guards all have their turn. You ran off that way. See, I turned on the option to have guards skip their turn if they're not close by. And so we're seeing them teleport functionally because it didn't matter what they did. I think you running forward like this is reasonable. Go ahead and pop silence and run for this idiot. We'll go part way at first to make sure I'm not surprised by anything, but it shouldn't be a big problem. Okay. We'll start you here. As you walk forward, we get info on some new guards. Okay, you got you over there, for example. It looks like that's going to be in range. Looks like she'll jump out from cover and swipe. Ooh, a detonator. So, more higher level enemy guard types here. And they've got pure damage grenades. And because they're grenades, I believe they're willing to throw them into smoke, for example. And of course, cover is not going to be useful. But let's go ahead and swipe. Decent damage. We're going to need more help, of course, but that's fine. Point blank range, guaranteed hit. Looked like a glancing hit. That's not a surprise to me. Gonna have our Clomper run over here. Although, I'm thinking the best play is for you to try to fight efficiently. Oh, you are not going to get in range. Okay. I'm going to put you here then. You will clearly be seen, but that's fine. And when you have Iron Grip +4 like this, you can basically jam it about every turn. And with the 20% ballistic as extra pure, you'll notice... I'll show you the combat log. Wow, you suck. But yeah, I'm doing... Right, the armor is soaking 40% already. So I'm getting 28 on top of 86, which is almost 1/3 more damage. So hey, for this talent, I have basically 33% more damage forever in perpetuity because it's going to be hard to run out of charges in that cooldown on that ability. I'm not using JTAC. I think it's fine that I'm not. Though this guy is in a really awkward spot that I kind of care about. I'm going to run up here and get spotted. It's fine. I'll grab loot because I can. Not the most useful, but whatever. I'm going to put JTAC somewhere like this so I can fight from sort of like the next group of enemies moving forward. I'm going to walk you to here. And I'm a little bit greedy because I don't know what you're doing yet. But this kill is just about guaranteed. We'll take that with our 1 action point. Yep, so there's your 80 damage. Congratulations. And then Viking can only do so much. But what I can do... No, I'm not going to be in range at all. Okay, then... I need to make sure we're not getting surprised by anything. So I'm going to walk up like this. That'll put me in look-ahead range, which is what I want. I'm hugging left because he's going to turn this off and grab this loot here. It could be someone else, but I think it's fine to have the CK do it. Okay, you are running back toward us, but you're running toward us on initiative 13. And you're going to find the corpse, but that's not the end of the world. Now, getting a bunch of kills will give me favors. That's decent enough. That's useful. I can't kill this guy reliably at all. There's like no way. I mean, 1 shot won't kill. And I don't think I want to spend the 1 AP on security scramble because I can't get here and back all in the same turn. And if I did, all it would do is say, well, Reaper's got to hit this thing like a turn later. Which doesn't seem like a great idea, so I'd rather just sit here. I'm not in stutter range. My entire team is going first. No major concerns. We'll take our extra tally. Well, our base tally, rather. And, of course, Bunny didn't get that first kill. We don't have Savagery active just yet. If we try really hard, we can try to knock these guys all down. That range, 20 meters, kind of sucks. This gun is only accurate at 16, so we're going to lose some accuracy there. Although, to be fair, JTAC makes it a little bit nicer. I could choose to say, screw it, let's just spray. It's not the end of the world, but he's going to hear gunfire and be annoyed. He's going to hear gunfire, and he's... Let's play fast and loose. Honestly, I have the buffs on. I'm feeling pretty good about it. So if I were to shoot, I'm almost certainly not getting the kill. But thanks to you being surprised, our accuracy is still really good, even though the range sucks. And our shred chance isn't horrible, so we're going loud. Screw it. Didn't get what we wanted. These guards are now in combat and are going to report that there are intruders, because there are. Shooting you guys seems very playable. It's going to be loud, and it is what it is, but you guys have the armor shred, so we're going to keep trying. Round 2 looks not amazing. Recoil is real. Being obstructed kind of real as well. I could choose to be a bit risk-averse, and if someone knocks this camera down, I can run up and stutter him. You're going on 16, so I could yield to Reaper. Reaper could jam kit this camera, and then he could walk up and stutter and guarantee that he's not going to do anything. We got to finish killing Lotta, but that's going to be easy enough. So Reaper has learned jam kit. One thing I could have done, and didn't, was throw down Strike Zone to make this easier. But as I said, I didn't, so it's a little bit worse than it could be. I don't really care about you running around here. I should at some point, but for now it's fine. If you don't hear much more gunfire, I'm not going to be that concerned about you. I think shooting here is fine. It'll be a little bit to like wear this guy down, but it's okay, I think. It's not a ton of damage, but it is reliable and it is adding up. And then Viking, because I have Atomic Stutter, can simply walk up, stun this guard. The fact that you see me doesn't really matter. I was already in combat, but now you can't report me. This guy's still going to report hearing gunfire, so we're still going to get tally and then escalation. But I don't really mind that. Yeah, you heard some gunfire, but did nothing else. So now it's Rose's turn. If I walk like this, I only get 1 strike. Yeah, it's a little scary if it rolls badly. I mean, I don't know how it would roll that badly, but you won't be able to see me, so I'm not really worried about you. Like, your vision cone just won't be that long. So walking up here is actually safe. I'm in JTAC. Accuracy looking really, really good here. I think I can't roll too poorly. That's impossible. So down you go. So again, we're still getting tally from all of the gunfire being heard, right? We're getting 2 for free. Then we're getting +4 because gunfire was heard twice. He's walking forward relatively soon. That's has a chance of being scary. I'm going to delay for now. You're stunned as expected. You got close, and yeah, you found the corpses, so you're going to rat on me. Initiative 14 is not too bad. But you are another highly armored enemy, so we got to kind of get ready for that. It's probably a strike zone angle and fight from inside of JTAC. Or I can try to get a better initiative and lure and toss you back this way. Probably the better version. Another detonator. Jeez, okay. So several upgraded enemies. That's a concern. Glasswalker pops. And yep, several guards told to move because they've heard gunfire and they've seen corpses. Arming mines is not good for me. The mine locations map can kind of suck. Camera over there, sure. We can bypass them, but it's just not the most convenient. This guy's actually in a very inconvenient spot for me. This guy walking around is fine. This guy we've got to hide from. Our entire team goes first thanks to Glasswalker, but it is still annoying. So let's move Bunny to a little bit of safety. Which means... if I'm here, am I safe? I think you've been told by the sec AI to move. No, the debuff's already gone. Okay, so I've got to... I guess I'm accurate from here already. Oh, I should Iron Grip, actually. Bonus damage, thank you very much. Shot 2. Not bad. Take the reload because I have to. And I don't really want to be out in the open like this. So I'm going to actually run her back here. And I believe the rest of my team can clear this guy out. He's still stunned for a bit, so it's not going to be that hard. But I don't want to be somewhere where he's going to see me. Even though we have to probably deal with him later anyway. Because he's probably been woken up and is fighting. Accuracy there kind of sucks. I think you walking up is okay, actually. Can't do that much about it anyway. If you run up, I think I'm not going to take damage, but you might see me. That would be a little annoying, but it is what it is. We still have to clean out this kill, so let's just do it. First shot looks okay. Take the reload. Okay, not too bad. And then Reaper. Should only need 1 shot here. Okay, you got to move to get line of sight. Fine. There's 1 AP spent. That seems okay. Down you go. And again, I want to wait till this guy moves, but I want to hide from this guy. I think going 2 AP to there is reasonable. We can delay and see what everyone does. Yeah, so you're just on a patrol route. You were not woken up by the AI. So there's a good chance you will just turn around next turn. I don't know what your patrol route is, but it's probably not scary. You are disabled for this turn. Let's see if I can get out and away from it. Caltraxia, Gang Beams, Recoil 1. This is a crafting material, so we can potentially jam this onto our assault rifle craft if we want. Going this way would be faster, but I gotta disarm the mine. That seems worth it. Let's do that. Let's knock down the prox mine and come right across to here. Seems reasonable. And then, yeah, so you are indeed investigating, but you're at 15, so it's not an immediate concern. And I think we can all lurch forward and attempt to kill you next turn. That seems fine. And as an action point maximizer, or rather a cooldown maximizer, I'm going to throw down Strike Zone early and aim it somewhere like this. This should catch most guard movements, while still catching this guy that we're trying to kill at the start of next turn. I have no special leverage, that's fine. And yeah, because there's no new info, no new guards are being sent anywhere, so I don't know what your patrol route actually is, but you're not going to get any closer to us. I'm going to try to have Bunny get the last hit. That's going to be a little bit difficult. The difficulty is because if I full delay, I go down to 14. And if I do a short yield, only Reaper gets to go. which isn't very good. So it's going to be hard to get what I want here. JTAC is timed out, but I can recast that. Even still, I should let Reaper put this down. Going to put it somewhere like this. I think running at you is... Actually, it might be decent. I'm in range. I can get a chance to shred. I can go for pure damage. This looks reasonably playable. I kind of like this. I think it's better than using my pistol, to be honest. We've got to make sure we get this kill, or at least stun her. But yeah, chance to hit looks really good thanks to JTAC. Crit chances there, and look at that. We crit with the pure damage, and that was almost all the health bar, right? The base kinetic, you know, after losing a lot of it to armor, losing 250 to armor, but I still got an extra 150 thanks to this. And again, I crit for 1.5x thanks to, you know, Power Slice does its base damage, and we got a bunch of crit chance. Base crit damage 1.5. Wonderful stuff there. That means that cleaning up is going to be a little bit easier. So that means I can throw Bunny forward here. And 3 shots. I guess I don't have another Iron Grip charge just yet. But I can't do any more yield, so I just have to hope that I high roll a bit. 46 damage. Oh yeah, with their armor being reduced like this, it's not even that bad. We low rolled a bit, unfortunately. The last shot was much lower. If I had got another 10 damage, it would have been enough, but we didn't get it. It is what it is. So no savagery pops here, but oh well. I'm going to run as far forward as I can. Actually, I'm going to run forward enough that I can... Oh no, I don't have security scramble up. Rose can do it. Okay, you're going to walk up like this. Actually, can I... Yes, I can yield to Rose. Or am I worried about you? I am worried about you, actually. Okay, I'm going to walk up to 1 AP left, and then stop. And then you're not going until 15. So going down to 17 here is fine. Rose is going to get out of the way as well. I'm going to put you here. I'm going to jam kit this camera so we can sneak past it. And then, I guess anyone can take this kill. Let's just have Rose do it because who cares? Down you go. We crit. Didn't need it. But once again, we get no new tally until Kappa walks over, sees a body, and tells on us. But for now, it's fine. Yes, your patrol is going back this way. This is without security AI interference. Just barely can't see us, though. No new info. I do want to go see what your patrol route actually is now. And it is still going forward. You just barely can't see the body because of the lip there. You're going at 13, but you will not see Reaper at 13. Everyone else is going just ahead of you, barely. If we didn't do this, you would have spotted Bunny, and that would have been bad. I should still delay, see where these 4 go. You're on the way up, and... Ooh, shoot, that's bad. That's actually very bad. Because he will wake up anyone who walks by him. Okay. So that is you being alert, and you're at 18. So I need to drop you and have you go last so that my team can go first. There's no way I one-shot you here. I did not think about you being close enough. That's my mistake. I did at least get Strike Zone to catch, which is good. And so... You're going to be told by the Sec AI to move. You probably will as well. You're already in combat. You might be told. And you might be, but you're still going after Bunny, so we can still get... I think you're not going to catch us. Well, that's not true. If you run straight forward, you catch us. Regardless, the play is slow them down. And the nice thing is, Glasswalker, I believe, has 2 charges, so... This will pop. And that'll be good. So we'll be in a good spot here. We'll jump ahead, actually really strongly initiative. We'll get a free action point. It'll look pretty decent. Here we go. Glasswalker pops. Okay, you were told to move. We'll see if anyone else was. 1 tally per turn, not a big deal. Kappa and Mo are sent. Okay, well, Kappa is that guy. So we're gonna try to hide from you. Which means get to this wall, basically. Like, we can shoot first, but it's still... You know, get through afterwards. Okay, so... I think the play... I mean, unless I want to go for sword. Which is not unreasonable, actually. It's going to be basically one sword swipe, 1 pistol. I think that's acceptable. We got to get away from this guy anyway, so... That's a pretty good use of action points. Strike 1 looks decent. And then we'll just take the pistol shot, and it'll be okay. I think if I'd used silence, I wouldn't have closed the gap enough. Let's see, I'm just going to run you here and take a pistol shot. I think that's acceptable. Actually, I do want to delay if I can. Although, ooh. No, I'll be behind the wall. It's fine. So, I want to go here. And what I want to do is soften this guy up with one more shot. And then have her get the kill. So, I'm going to have you delay. Or even just yield. Nah, I think delay. Let's do a yield. Let's have Viking walk up for... Yeah, here, if I'm here, I have one attack. If I crit, you die, which means... you know, I screwed up. The odds are very high that I crit and then kill this guy outright. Okay, I'm really lucky that I didn't crit. This means that she's going to for sure get this kill and trigger savagery. And that is good news for me. So I'm going to walk you here and hide. And I think the primary explosive turn is going to be next turn. So I'm going to... Oh, yeah, let's get this kill. 85%. Surely I get it. There's savagery. And it's fine that you end your turn here. Because I will just tactical surge and you'll go ballistic next turn. So, of course, you're in an annoying spot. Sure. Camera finds a corpse. Sure. If I stand here, I'm behind cover. So I expect you guys to see nothing. Here we go. You're running up. But you don't see us. We're behind cover on purpose. You're going to run up, but we're behind cover on purpose. Although... Okay, you found us by the end. Let's pop Tactical Surge. Kappa did indeed run up. He's going to keep going, but he's at 15, so I'm not too worried about it. Feeling like it's a combat turn. I'm going to yield to Reaper, have her J-Tac. We're going to fight somewhere in this area, basically. I'm going to yield back, have Viking start, because the full auto AR should be decent to armor shred. It's not a guarantee by any means, but it'll be better than most things I have. And yeah, you're suspicious, not in combat, but I think realistically... we just shoot them anyway. The crit was pretty good, but it wasn't a kill. Killing you off, I mean, it's a base pistol, so this is like almost the better attack, but no, you're under the debuff here. You're better to shoot because you're going to take more damage per hit, basically. So now Reaper gets to try. We were, of course, going to generate a whole bunch of tally and stuff, but it's fine. I could always choose to leave right here, but honestly, again, I think it's fine. You're at initiative 15, really not worried about you. And looks like these strikes should be... Ooh, a crit and a shred. That means you're definitely gone. See you, nerd. Corpse spotted. Decent enough box. Not amazing, but not terrible. A little bit of damage. Even a crit wouldn't kill. It's fine. We're going to get some tally. It is what it is. And so... Glasswalker came back from cooldown again. We get reinforcements. Sure thing. Oh, okay. Some more upgraded enemy types looks like. It's a lot of combat, but I'm not too worried. So we've got now an F-Duster. So these are buffing... They have the Urban Assault, but they have buffing grenades, so they can boost damage and crit chance. We've got another Wildfire here. And we've got Lambda here, who is a Skipjack. Okay, so the plan is kill you before you can wake anyone else up. Hide from you because it's totally doable. Let's see, will you won't leap from there, but that's fine. If we go here, that'll strike. And I'm pretty sure we can hide from these guys, no problem. So down you go, probably, yep. I will run straight forward. I'm not worried about standing here. This will block most line of sight, so I'm just not afraid. Rose can try to lead the way as well. Let's start here. Go for a jam kit, then keep going. She can kind of rush for this. Actually, one thing I should have used silence earlier. We'll still do it now because it's a good enough turn for it. But she can solo run for this box, and everyone else can evac. We've got our kills for the favors. Here, you can grab this box. Cool. Nice 35k in cred chips and another crafting material, functionally. But yeah, I'm kind of feeling like let's just evac most of the team. And it's just one box and we're out, basically. I'm going to try to hide Viking, because I think he might need to use some tools to make sure we're safe. But, like, you're not running too far. I'm behind a box there. I have Atomic Stutter if I really need it. I'll do a delay. Make sure there's nothing too spicy going on. Yeah, they're coming up, right? But, like, I'm just not worried about these guys right now. So, based on what I know, they're just not scary. So, go ahead and end your turn. Yep. We skipped their turns because they're not endangering us just yet. Although this is getting a little bit close. Sandbags for the win. Okay, you need to actually bump Reaper to make sure she gets away. And as long as Reaper runs down this way, they're not going to see anything. So I don't know why they would ever run towards us here. So I'm going to have my Cyber Knight just take the evac. Reaper is going to go sprint for this. Gets out next turn, or the one after at worst. Looks totally fine. Lambda skips forward. I'm actually going to switch the settings back here. I don't quite like how much it's fast forwarding when they're like relatively close by. I don't want to like cheat and get them to like skip a move that might have actually seen me, so I'll just do a lot more manual skipping. But we get the camera, we get the loot, no problem. Ultimately, Reaper could have left in the other exit if I thought about this sooner. Oh, nice, cool. We got a Goliath Tech grip. I'm going to guess this is pistol, although I haven't seen it before, so I'm not sure it actually is, but definitely like having more stuff here. Yeah, we'll see if it's pistol or SMG or what. But I'm pretty sure it's one of those two. SMG shares body mods with Assault Rifle, Urban Assault Rifle. Basically, all the full auto weapons share, they share body mods. So, anyway, these guys are pretty far away. Not too worried about them. You can't skip them if they're inside of look ahead. It's fine. But yeah, they're all patrolling where we were. Totally understandable why it would happen that way. But yeah, these guys are finding the same corpses. We got a escalation to arm 2 proximity mines. But we are far away from the mines. It's not a big deal. And the team gets out to safety. I mean, certainly, right? They are going to hunt around. It just doesn't matter. We've already given them the slip. They don't know where we are anymore. We took out the, like, 2 cameras that actually mattered, and that was enough. Cool. All right. Mission complete. Thanks for the XP. Thanks for the loot. Let's hope it's good. I think we got, like, 50k in cred chips, and decent enough drops overall. We made our own payday. We got some solid XP here. And yeah, we came away with a weapon grip. Let's see. So 35, 50. Yeah, so 50k exactly in cred chips. A couple of crafting mats that I could use at some point. A couple of ready-made drugs and other stuff. Decent enough payday. Power level is rising. That's cool. No completed file sets yet. We're still waiting for these to be able to do anything with it. As far as file sets or files not used by a set, we got a couple of decent ones here. So there's 5k, there's 12, and then this one. Yep, just goes to highest bidder. Sure. Accounts already sold. Still holding on to this blueprint. As far as item blueprints are concerned, we have, yeah, none that we can sell right now. Look at armor blueprints that any we want to sell. I mean, this has a pretty bad mod that I don't care about at all. So it's a heavy armor, which I don't really want. 5 stress res I'm never going to use. And so sell it for 35k seems pretty reasonable. Otherwise, though, I can see myself using some of this stuff. The fractional action point and evasion is a craft I can see myself going for, so we're still going to hold on to these, even though they're not the most useful. And then kind of similar for weapons and weapon mods. I guess we can check real quick. Are there any weapons that I would for sure not craft? I could conceive of... No, actually, I really wouldn't craft any of these, but I'm still waiting for Joe to do his limit break, so I'm still going to wait. He's very late in line here, but what else is there to do? Vanguard levels up. Wonderful stuff. And so, let's see. Where to? I'm thinking I kind of want to go plus range plus charge of lure and use it a lot more. I'm also happy to get more jam kit charges. Those are good, too. I like Refract. I mean, there's a lot that's good. Refract is very fun. You can invest a lot if you want. Get an extra charge. Get the AP cost to 0. I like getting lots of lure. The extra radius is kind of hilarious. Getting Jam Kit better. Getting the range to not be so painful at 12. Getting the AP to 0 at the very end. Pretty good. K Protocol is great for playing stealth. I want to Pathway kind of, you know, relatively quickly. But I kind of want to, yeah. What I'm going to do is make lure great. I think you don't need this node, but it's really good. I'm going to choose to skip Refract, although it's very, very good as kind of a clutch combat talent. I'm going to move towards relatively quick K Protocol. And then grab these two and grab the Blend afterwards. I'm not sure it's like a great build, but haven't played Blend in a while, so I figured let's do it. This guy is eventually going to join my team, but not yet. Timing on legwork looks pretty good as far as I'm concerned. And I will probably have a mission on offer. I can run it before we hire Hans. We can keep waiting, although it'll depend on the Underworld Hub timing, but I think for now it's fine. Let's go and get one of the mercs on a legwork. Help me collect some debtors who are trying to stiff me. They need to remember if I patch them up or put chrome in them, they owe me money. This isn't a UNA clinic for gray carders or something. I see how we could put the fear back into a few of them. Word would get around quickly that a Cyber Knight is collecting for you. Honestly, you wouldn't even have to do that much. Rumors about my clinic run wild enough as it is. You're not going to pay us? It's too small for payment. Your crew barely has to lift a finger. And you know I'm good for my favors. Is word getting around that you've gone soft? It's growing pains. I am swimming in a larger pond, and some of those fish want to test their teeth on me. I'm climbing, not getting all mushy on the inside. Alright, well, legwork. Looks like we can send Bunny. She's pretty good at it. Of course, we can't send Hans, although that might have been decent. But yeah, you get 1/4 of your next level, and so sending high-level mercs on legwork is nice because it's actually pretty good XP. 2 favors and 20 influence is nice. You get the XP even if you fail, by the way. I'm going to probably enjoy this too much. Remember, Choppa, I still want them as customers. Remember? Alright, looks like I will let just a little bit of time tick forward. Okay, well, we're already there. As we keep going for the nanofab, looks like I just need to put in some power. Underworld Hub token due basically now. No other things going on. Let's go ahead and burn the token then and boost the legwork that we're currently on. Legworks go up to 80s and 90s. Not bad. We'll do another one relatively soon. We've got still the need of a little bit more XP. I don't want to hit field coordination until I have Hype Booster. And Anna almost has the XP. We need one more mission before we can get that to go. This is almost done when going for the SimStream Detox, so we'll put this in. Or rather, SimStream Trainer, which still needs dew cooling, all the same. This will be a SimStream Detox long term. We're 9 days away from the trainer being ready, which is still going to be, you know, depending on the missions are due, going to be just fine. Time ticks forward. If we had the money, we could build nanofab. We don't have the money just yet, though. I need a new mission. I don't have one yet, though. This is due in 2 days, so it'll stop me before this legwork is done. So far, so good. I don't think I want to dig out my next room yet because I need to save up enough for the nanofab. So, I guess, we do have a lot of heat. And might need it to burn off. It's fine, though. We can let it burn off. Okay, wow. Shaduk gets an exposure limit break. He has a major setback. He's compromised. Threats loom on all sides. And the next exposure break could be a major setback, loss, or even death. Compromise can be removed with a limit break. Okay, sure thing, buddy. Hype limit break for you, plus move speed, plus fractional move points, and more reaction, which is functionally more move speed. Seems great. Have they got a bodyguard mission on offer? That seems pretty worthwhile as well. I would like to try to get this trainer off the ground in time. So what I'm going to do is hire Hans. And to double check, what did Hans roll? He rolled Bull Built as... This is 1 of 3. It's random. We can pick another one, which will be our choice. He's got good ballistic damage. We're probably going to make Aitana or Zasha war machines when that shows up. And so Hans will probably be a gun holder. So we'll try to do something gun-focused here. Let me introduce Hans. So you were a soldier for Zagalis out on the streets of Ward 4. I was a soldier, not a street choppa. I'm sure you know just how professional the gangs of New Boston are these days. They've got their street crews, but I was in one of the hammers. The Los Zagalos hammers aren't an open invitation club. They are the closest thing on the streets to Milsec Spec Ops. Based on the gear we had, sometimes you'd think we were being funded by some Milcorp. That's good, because sometimes we are funded by a Milcorp, or even bigger. If you work with us, you'll see some real alpha gear. So you're a soldier. To be that good, the hammers must have been looking for real elite. What role do you play in the squad? Well, we can say he was a door kicker, but functionally, what is it? Aitana has the same thing going on. She's got the close quarters damage as well already. So don't need that. We can call him a long shot and say he's good with sniper rifles and railguns. We don't have any snipers right now, so we could definitely say, hey, you got ballistic damage, why don't we just multi-class use sniper, and, you know, you'll kind of play that way. I'm actually kind of feeling like, let's play this guy soldier sniper multi-class and actually try to have him snipe for us. I'm kind of down. That seems kind of interesting. Or we can say you're calm, and that gives him some stress resist, and he can ignore some recoil. I'm down to go long shot here, though. It seems kind of interesting. I think both he and, considering that my other Vanguard is multi-class sniper, we can kind of look somewhere around there. I think it'll be decent. So yeah, he's been a long shot. The best way to start any gunfight is to improve the odds from a long way off. I was always on the high ground, taking the long shot. Just had a knack for it, and got into the flow. Breathe in, breathe out, take the shot. You're built tough, and you've got 2 square shoulders. As Aim has said, you'd be a good gun to have at anyone's back. What do you think, Hayes? Got one more question. Sounds like you were part of a big-time hammer. Why are you getting out? Did you end up having some trouble with Los Zagalos? Let's define his backstory with another complication. Remember when Los Z raided Barton Prison in 30? That was a bloody mess. I was there, and Brave Stars got my name and number. Good messy history with the Fenians. Now the Los Z bosses are trying to make nice with them, but the Irish don't forget. I'm getting a little severance pay and the boot. A year ago, I got into a fight at a club. It got ugly, and I killed a man. I didn't know he was the lover of some high-up McKellen Corp jockey. Now he's going to put a bounty on my head. So we can have a Megacorp person who hates him and is going to put a headhunters on him. We can have a Brave Star hatred. And if we actually had Dade the hacker, Dade is also part of this. He was actually sprung in this prison break. So they would have an interesting kind of slightly shared history. Or we could say there's a gang posse who hates him. Let's say the law hates him. I think that's fine with me. Brave Star's got my name and number, you know? We were trying to spring Clive Zepp, the old man Zagalos himself. It just didn't go as planned. That one would have been hard to miss. There's nothing else on the sim streams for 48 hours. You were in the prison? The Brave Star SWAT claimed to gun down every one of your people. Yeah, I was in that hellbox. At the last minute, one of our sappers blew a hole into an unlisted power tunnel under Barton's basement. A few of my hammer got out. This is a lot more than just keeping your head down around Brave Star. You're on the most wanted list. The law wants my head. They raided a crash house in Ward 4 trying to pick some of us up. There are only a few of us from Barton left. Lossie has so much trouble with the Star in Ward 4 right now. We're too much heat to keep around. Well, private word, what do you think? Well, everyone's got something haunting their past. We've got to keep that in mind when weighing a new recruit. If we can't decide now, we can wait and review them. But nah, welcome to the team, Hans. Let me back your crew up in a fight a few times, and you'll know you made the right choice. So, here's Hans Bradbury. He is level 4, thanks to being, well, just overall higher level. Gonna take our free respec, and I'm gonna start by being like, you know what, we are gonna multi-class you sniper. Just gonna take that right now, even though we're not gonna spend any points here just yet. I don't want to go and rush these buffs right away. That's not gonna be what I'm gonna go for here. I am gonna, though, go for kind of the opening soldier salvo. I am gonna immediately take the iron grip stuff. I'm also gonna go ahead and grab some of the marker site stuff here. I'm really tempted to spend all 3. They today buffed this node to not require 2 points, which makes it not garbage. I think you don't tend to need the other 10 meters here. I think 25 is enough almost always. But it's blocking a really, really good node, giving a lot of crit full and evasion. And the nice thing about this is 35 meters matches some sniper rifles max range. Not all of them. Many of them can shoot farther. But it's enough where it's like comfortably in sniper rifle shot range. And so being like, actually, you've got this really, really good debuff of 25 crit, 25 hit chance. And then I'm immediately going to go and say, go become a sniper. Go this way. You're going to stack up on JTAC Strike Zone as well here. But they're going to go in for Savagery, go in for Recoup, and then probably come back in and either come through Perimeter Eye or something. Actually, probably come through here. It's 4 travel, just kind of sucks. Maybe I go through here instead, which lets me get Quiet Kill instead of one of these travel nodes. Like, I mean, these are Strength and Health. I don't need these at all. These are actually pretty good. And I can go in here and grab Nest through Quiet Kill, and that'll probably be the rest of the build. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, You know, it's what, 6 more talents. I'll have to have a talent limit of 10. That's going to be like level 30 almost, but we'll go in that kind of direction. I don't think I'm going to go coordinated charge. They appropriately nerfed it to where it's just good, not mandatory. So I think we're going to kind of chill like this and not grab it. And yeah, go for a savagery recoup and these buffs kind of area. Something around like this. I'm not sure exactly, but hey, for now it's fine. He's got an assault rifle. He's got a bunch of tech, which is nice. Bull built strength and health are, you know, the health is like a very low value. The strength helps me control recoil. It's not the end of the world. I've got a lot of recoil, you know, blocking here. Anyway, that's me for this. And so the rest of this episode is going to be getting ready for this mission, basically. One thing I can actually do, let me sort by gear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us are already holding armor, which means you can ditch your armor. You can also ditch your pistol silencer. In fact, I'm going to have you unequip a lot of stuff here. I'm going to have everyone unequip real quick, except you're going to hold your silenced pistol. And I'm going to go through my inventory real quick and make sure I'm not, like, really overboard on gear. I don't need more than 1 Urban Assault. I only have 1 close quarters accuracy character, and it's Aitana. So let's see what I've got here, right? Let's look at... We'll get rid of items first. I'm still going to kill cram shots. I'm going to get rid of basic first aid kits. I'm going to keep these. I'm happy to keep Caltroxia for now. Wait, no, Caltroxia is the bad one. Hyper VCAPs is what I'm keeping. I'm going to sell Caltroxia. That's 10k. I'm not going to sell any Cyber extra programs. I will sell the extra armor sets. I'm going to double check real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm already wielding 5 sets. I don't know of any missions with 6 people on them, so you can sell beyond 5. So, whoop. Down they go. Weapon mods. Oh, I forgot. Right. I have a pistol body mod that I should use. I have this shotgun body mod, and I have another pistol body mod. Okay, cool. I forgot to put them on, but I should really try to use them. So, let me check a couple things real quick, right? So, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pistols equipped right now. Here, actually, I'm going to put it on her just so it's easy to, like, track our gear, basically. We've got... Yeah, so we're already equipping 1, 2, 3, 4 silenced pistols. So, as far as weapons are concerned, I don't need a 5th pistol. I only need the 4. So, I'm going to sell these 2, because I'd rather use SMGs on loud missions. So, 2 basic pistols get sold. As far as mods are concerned, let me double check again. Silenced, 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 silenced. I don't need any more pistol silencers. So, I can go here, go to mods, and sell every spare pistol silencer. Great, that's 6k. I will hold the sniper scope. I am... not going to use a shotgun or an E-rifle. I'm just going to take the 7k. These I can use. This is some accuracy and 2 ammo after all. And this is accuracy and recoil. So let me go ahead and grab these real quick. This is slightly better. Let's just pretend. And let's do similar for Aitana theoretically. There you go. You have that. And then the hacker, of course, does not need this. She's going to use an assault rifle. That would be a slightly better group. So let's call this. This is stealth. AR pistol 1. It's now better. This is going to be... Let's actually move stuff around a little bit. Let's try to use the best gear on the best characters we can. Although, actually, no. This, we should... Because she's a soldier and has combat talents, we actually care about this one. So we're going to be like, hey, this is, right, the primary urban assault pistol character. Cool. This will be AR pistol 2. So it's a stealth setup, and it's AR pistol 2. Then we have Vanguard here, who's got, you know, one of the melee setups, but she's not using any special consumables or special secondaries, so no big concerns here. Okay, we're looking fine like this. We can wait until this gets done in 6 hours. Great. And we can start to build our SimStream trainer, which I think is worth it. I know we're actually... Ooh, I can start the SimStream trainer, or I can start the nanofab right now. I still need money to get the nanofab off the ground. I'm going to go for the trainer first. This might be too greedy. It delays everything by so much. No, I'm going to do it. I'm going to put the trainer in. It's fine. When I have a bit more money, which I still don't quite have, although I could sell some stuff and get there. Like, I could probably sell one of my melees. I could sell... I don't want to sell these necessarily. Oh, I should sell the Urban Assault, though. I don't need more than this. Actually, hold on. So, as far as my characters are concerned, right, I have 1 AR, 2 ARs, 1 Urban Assault, and then some swords and stuff. Which means in a combat mission, I would realistically want to still equip this, so selling it doesn't make any sense. These are all worth holding on to. Yeah, I have nothing else that's really good to sell. I can still look here, turn off the filters, and let's get rid of the yellow pips, make it easier to read. Do I have too many extras of some things? Yeah, I have a million corporate invoices 1, and I can't use all of them. So I'm going to start selling off the commons here. We can go down to, yeah, so I have corporate invoices 2 times 2. Yeah, let's go down to 2 copies of everything. So we'll go down to 2 copies of invoices 1, 2 copies of invoices 2, gang memes 1, 4, gold stacks of V-chip, merc dossiers 1, 2, patient dossiers 1, 2, 2, personnel files 1, 1, 1. Okay, it's a few too many. We'll sell personnel files 1 here. Personnel files 2 I've only got 1 copy of. That's not too scary. Research report. Okay, no real extra copies here. I'm 10k short. I'm sure I could find some way to make the 10k. But I'm not sure what I'm willing to drop out to make that happen. How many swords am I really holding? 1 sword? I need at least 2 swords. Okay, I can sell 1 of my swords because that would be 3 swords. Okay, there we go. We sold to Origami Joe. I've got just enough money, and that means I can start the nanofab. That's what I wanted to do. There we go. I found a way to get what I wanted. I could have sold some blueprints as well. That would have worked. Okay, well, now I have time to get my base management going. Unlikely to find new legwork. Let's go ahead and pop the Underworld Hub token and boost them all to 100%. There we go. What's the report, AIM? It's good I was there. Joe was not ready for just how demanding that was going to be. Herr Schweinchen only sent 2 people, but they were enough to be scary. The first was an assassin, for sure, and the second was a walking data recorder. You could practically hear the SimStream recorder running in her head. She soaked up everything that happened all week. I don't know what his game is, but he wanted everything. They demanded to look at previous year's records, meet clients, see current stock. Between the 2 of us, Joe and I were able to keep them away from the really sensitive details of his network. Do you think he's planning a corporate over, or planning to try to take over? I wouldn't put it past him. As the opening moves of a new smuggling route and partnership, it was hyper-aggressive. But Joe agreed to let them. It is his shot at the elevator up to the big times, and he's willing to risk it all not to miss. Have to keep an eye on both of them. Joe sent his thanks, but felt the need to immediately change the locks and rattle all the chains as soon as those goons were gone. And the Werner Braun weaponry? He's evaluating the Gunrunner network. No guarantee he approves. Hopefully we'll hear soon. I have to say, I hate Herr Schweinchen for his heavy-handed aggression, so she's got a negative relationship formed. This is the kind of tag that, if they ever create a storyline where it's like, hey, find someone that a character hates and run a mission. She wants vengeance on someone she hates. Bam, right? You get one of those. There's plenty of character backstories that have hate relationships as well, but totally could be one where, as their post-launch plans are to add more and more story content, and I tend to find the writing on those stories to be quite good and very enjoyable. This will be a connection that can be used to generate another mission. So he's waiting to heal here for 14 days. What's cool is if it actually does line up and he doesn't limit break until this is actually done and he gets the service in time, then we'll get the imported weaponry service, and that'll line up really, really well with Puppet Master popping, and we can upgrade even more services for Origami Joe. As it stands right now, we'd bump all this stuff, but if you can bump imported, that would be awesome. That would be very, very powerful. So we've been friends since forever. He comes with me. He's a gun nut, street merch, cool stuff there. Again, waiting to Puppet Master. As far as influence is concerned, again, he's still behind at least 2 other people, which means he's at least 12 days away from limit breaking. So hopefully that lines up well enough. It's going to be the hope anyway. She got enough XP from running this that she can level up. Let's go ahead and spend this then. We've got Whisper Kill, we've got Lightfoot, we've got an open talent though, which means I'm going to move up here and grab Preempt. I would like to grab Melee. Oh, I keep forgetting to grab Choppa, but it's fine. I'll go for Preempt there. Realistically, the better build here is I should unlearn all these and grab Choppa, and go here and grab cooldown and a bit of damage and the charge, and then go this way, but it's fine for now. Anyway, though, she's on legwork. She'll level up if she finishes, which is nice. And, okay, the German connection is hard at work. We've got another interested client. I will... I want to get ready for the next mission, so... yeah, let's... I might delay this until next episode. We're already an hour and a half in, to be honest. Okay, clean room is up. I have no money, though. I still want the trainer done before I run this mission, so we're just going to let this play out like it is. Didn't have to crack any skulls. You were right about the tolerance for threats. It was very low. Overdue medical bills have been flowing in from the underground all week. Well done. The illegal part of my clinic is going to be running smoother than my front. 2 favors and 20 influence. That's just fine. Influence limit break, syndicate merch, sure. Okay, Simstring Trainer is up, and now I have respec tokens, and honestly, I think I want to use them. Let me have better... Yeah, alright, so the soldier leveled up. Let's grab this. And honestly, I should respec because Savagery is getting much harder to use than Marker Sights would be, so I'm gonna hit a respec here. And I'm gonna just grab... I'm gonna keep the Iron Grip stuff, though. But I'm gonna invest in high-quality Marker Sights instead. Go all the way here, and then go for the Savagery points. And what I'm really tempted to do is leave it at 15, because, yeah, kind of the cooldown is cute and all, but spending this many points on that seems worse than just grabbing Recoup right now. And the question is basically now Savagery cooldown versus Recoup charge. I am probably, to be clear, going to stop right there at +1, right? +1 charge, +1 AP, and then stop. I'll grab this at the end, cap out Savagery, then come back. I think this is... I think my more favored setup here. 6-turn cooldown's obviously pretty long, but I can basically get all the Savagery benefits here with evasion and crit vuln, and have it with a much more consistent uptime. And I'm thinking, like, yeah, the proactivity of Iron Grip and Marker Sights, especially with the recent Marker Sights buff of this not being 2 points, it feels better than what I need, and just like sort of overall more consistent. So I'm kind of feeling like that's the train. Next side, I don't think I need to respec anybody else, so I'm going to go ahead and respec my Cybersword as well for a similar reason. So we're going to respec you. I'm going to grab Slash Slide, still go up and grab Aegis. We're still going to go and cap out Slash Slide, because of course we are. The last 1 meter I think is worth it. And then 1, 2, 3. We'll grab the +1 charge, we'll grab the cooldown next, and then we'll start pathing through for Lightfoot, Whisper Kill, the stealth crit chance on Lightfoot. I shouldn't need more than 3 AP, because that's already going to cover the distance at which someone can hear you. So going here is never useful. If I want to cut the cooldown down to 2, that's not unreasonable, but that's going to be much later on. There's that team done. Double checking one more thing real quick, which is, yep, we're going to weapon mods. At some point I'll buy a sniper rifle, but not just yet. And so the plan is, since I'm basically stuck on base management now, I have no more money to spend. Let's grab a mission. We'll grab this next episode or the one afterwards. We can grab this convo at some point, but not yet. Let's, I mean, I guess we could run this conversation next episode, because we're already going pretty long as it is. Let's do it next episode, and we'll kind of figure out what's going on from that point on. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.